What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Collar Fantasy Football. Today we're going to review Ryan's team.
Best team ever.
I was on the hot seat last time. Ryan's turn. We're going to diagnose it, dive into it. I'm going to talk all the smack I can and do a review. This is a 10-team Superflex Dynasty startup. It's going to reflect exactly that.
Yeah. I didn't draft like most people do, so it's going to be interesting. You did a similar strategy. I
went safe.
I took it probably farther than I should have, but I think it's going to work.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. That's right.
Boys and girls, let's get it cracking.
Okay, so first round. Let's talk about it real quick. So, first off, I'm going to go through these first couple rounds, then we're just going to talk my picks. So, first round, it was quarterback crazy, quarterback frenzy.
Yep.
Most Superflex drafts, you will see this.
My strategy.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Stroud.
I thought you weren't going to do this.
I'm going to do it. I can't help myself. Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow. You guys know these names, obviously. I went the other side of it. Justin Jefferson went the second pick overall, so I went CeeDee Lamb. I think he has a higher floor right now than Justin Jefferson, so I'm totally good with Jefferson going ahead of me because it kind of broke the ice.
Right, you didn't have to make that decision.
Yeah, and because I did go into this with an idea of possibly going 0 RB. So once I saw CD there, it was automatic. I didn't even hesitate.
Want to make sense. If you see a run on something, you go the opposite direction.
Yeah. I like that route.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Fantasy is math.
It is math.
Fantasy is math.
It's just, I was never good at math.
Yeah. Well, we're going to find out if you're good at fantasy.
Yeah, no kidding. So yeah, same second round, pretty similar. You start seeing a couple more running backs off the board. Caleb, Jordan Love, Anthony Richardson, Jamar Chase also went. And I went a little risky here.
My wife got a gift
of
Jamar Chase in the second round.
Yeah, I got to touch on this. So my wife is at the turn. She's at the 10 spot.
Hasn't done any mock drafts.
No, she religiously doesn't do mocks.
That's her standpoint.
And she usually ends up doing better than me.
Right. She goes by she drafts with her heart.
And she's good at it. So, on Sleeper, she saw Joe Burrow's name and she's a Joe Cool fan.
Right.
So, she smashes Joe. I'm like, "Okay, take Chase, you got the stack. This is going to be sick." Well, when you take a pick on Sleeper, the pick moves up. Well, most apps it does. And the next ADP guy was Caleb Williams. And it was a bit of shock for me. I almost got myself in trouble, I'll be honest. But it's all good. I think Caleb's a good value at the turn.
So she drafted Caleb over Chase.
Yeah, she drafted Caleb.
So the reaction at my house, when my wife was right after your wife in the draft order, was, holy shit, draft.
Yeah.
Hit it.
Yeah, it worked out good for both sides because I don't hate taking Caleb there.
No.
He's going to be in the league a long time. He's probably going to be good, let's be honest.
No, and as the commish, I didn't send you a message going, hey,
yeah,
was that a mistake?
Yep.
It wasn't Stephon Diggs in the first. So.
Right. It's totally justifiable.
Yep.
But we're moving on. So, after Jamar Chase, after Anthony Richardson, obviously there's still a lot of good receivers there, good quarterbacks even. I mean, there's a lot of options here. I took a little bit of the risky route. I doubled down on receiver here and took Marvin Harrison. I mean, he's probably going to be good. We don't know for sure, obviously. All these rookies are up in the air. But if I'm going to bet on one, I want it to be Marvin Harrison. And I want a share, at least one share of Marvin Harrison. And where I want it is Dynasty. So I'm good taking him at in the second round there.
I agree. with that.
Yeah.
So one thought real quick.
Yeah, please.
This is how our videos turn to an hour.
No kidding.
I think Dynasty is the one place that investing in Marvin Harrison early is not going to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
In redraft, he's still going this high.
Yeah, no kidding.
And even if he does all that he can do his rookie year, it's still probably going to be disappointing.
Yeah, but I always have the sophomore season.
Yes.
I'm going to be so
exactly. You
stoked.
have, in theory right now, you have his career to look forward to. Versus like these redraft drafts, I'm seeing him still go top 10 as far as wide receivers go.
1 year rental.
And even if he does all that he can, he's the best rookie.
Yeah.
Unless he's top 3, you're probably going to be disappointed. So something to think about. I just wanted to touch on it because it seems, for me, it's so expensive.
For sure.
But this is the place that I can justify it and I can live with those terms.
Definitely.
Whereas like redraft, I see it and I'm like, ow. Like it hurts me. Like, oh, dude.
Yeah.
He can be the best and it still doesn't feel like it paid off.
Well, and this is the only time that I'm okay with the ADP because I'm hopefully buying a 15-year career, you know, of elite prospect.
And that's all I was trying to touch on was just like, here it makes sense. You're looking long term. Yeah. Whereas like redraft, it just feels so painful.
Yeah.
Because like he could be great, and it still hurts.
Yep.
So.
Okay, so now
I digress.
Now we start seeing the running backs come off the board. Bijan, Breeze, still more quarterbacks. We got Dak, Herbert, Purdy. So, guys, this is a 0 RB team. So what am I gonna do here? 3rd round, I took
triple down,
and I took Sam Laporta. Now, when I took this pick.
What'd you have in mind?
I might have had a trade in mind, but the good thing about Laporta here is if I don't find a good trade partner, he's probably going to be around the league for 12-ish years, and he's probably going to be pretty good.
Can you remember the stat that you justified it to me?
Yeah, so I don't know the exact number, but
it was a minute ago.
But go to Dynasty Nerds, their podcast. They laid out, if you've been a tight end 1 ever, chances are you're going to be a tight end 1 again.
It was high, too.
It was like 60% or something crazy like that. I mean, I'd take 40%. Just the odds of getting those points extra, because, let's be honest, fantasy people, you're hoping for your point, or you're guaranteed your points from your running back spots and your wide receiver spots. Flex, tight end, quarterback. Most of the time, it's kind of like, please.
Well, in the 3rd round, you're drafting a tight end. If you're taking a tight end in the 3rd, he dang sure better be giving you wide receiver 1,
100%,
or wide receiver 2 numbers.
Well, and I didn't really like a lot of the names here.
You fell into a weird spot.
I did, because right around him. Okay, Jonathan is here. Let's just go through the 2nd round. Sorry.
3rd round.
3rd round. Yeah, 3rd round. Sorry, I was scrolled. Brock Purdy, A.J. Brown, Tyreek Hill, Jonathan Taylor. And then I'm looking at the board like, okay,
And you were shooting for young.
Yeah, I want youth. I want youth, for sure. Puka goes, which I'm personally fine with.
Went before you?
Yeah, right. Okay. 1 pick before.
I took Puka.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. Then right after, what was available to me, Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray, Garrett Wilson, Drake London, Saquon, Chris Olave. The
question marks.
A lot of question marks there. Exactly. And Laporta's going to get volume.
Well, and especially going right after grabbing Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't.
Yeah, I cannot. I can't reach.
I can't take a Drake London here. You cannot.
No, Garrett Wilson was the other one I was eyeing, but I didn't want
Same thing.
I didn't want a triple tap receiver, though.
Well, even if you did, Garrett Wilson's the same thing.
Yeah.
So you have You have 2 question marks in your first 2 rounds. That's what the first 3 rounds are for.
Yeah.
Is for your safety blankets.
Yeah.
Well, at least I have Christian McCaffrey.
Yep. So this far, CeeDee Lamb, Marvin Harrison, Sam Laporta. Now, the next round, 4th round.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you do with Laporta?
Oh.
So
I forgot the most important part.
Yeah, this is the whole thing. So you drafted Laporta, and
Yeah.
you told me you didn't have intention of starting the season with him.
Right.
I did not expect you to make a trade the same week as our draft.
It just fell into my hands.
So let's review it.
Yeah.
So you sent Laporta to our Kansas City Chiefer, and you got a 2025 first, a 2025 second, and a 2026 first.
Yeah.
So you got 2 firsts and a second.
Yep. And I'm pretty damn happy about it.
We consulted,
Yeah.
and I think it's a good value. I think that Laporta's value can only go down.
Mm-hmm.
He was on our sell high, I do believe.
Yeah, he was.
For this exact reason. And with drafting him, you drafted him with the cojones of I'm going to move him before the season starts, which is sweet.
Once this draft ended, I realized, okay, yep.
I mean,
he's going on the trade block.
I mean, worst case, you walk out with a youthful tight end 1.
Yeah.
But I think a 2025 first, 2025 second, so you have 4 picks in the top 2 rounds of your rookie draft and especially the startup. That's these other members' first rookie draft.
Yeah.
Think about the value that's going to have when that draft starts coming around.
Yeah.
That's going to be immense. There's going to be some guy that we're going to get hot on. This league's going to get hot on.
Oh,
your league mates are going to get hot on, especially the being a startup, guys. I think that the first rookie draft, you're going to get whatever you want for those picks, unless they're watching this.
Yeah, no kidding.
And be like, I'm not no sucker.
It's okay. They'll forget by the end of the season.
That's true. I'll forget. Come knocking on my door, dude.
Yeah.
I love rookies.
And as you're going to see as I go on this team, there's a very solid reason that I went with these picks. And it's all going to come back around to the 0 RB approach for a startup. So this next round, I'm gonna stop going through the whole round, but a lot of youthful wide receivers, and this is where I also break from the pack because all these really good quarterbacks have gone. I mean, the last 2 quarterbacks here, Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray, youthful, good assets to have in Dynasty. So I went Jaden Daniels, and I know the Jaden Daniels haters, the Jaden Daniels lovers, I get it, both sides. But this guy has thrown a lot of footballs in his college days. I mean, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they have Brandon Ayuk next year from what's been coming out.
Well, and not to mention, you were in a do or die. So after Jaden Daniels, the only quarterbacks left on the board were Jared Goff, Tua, J.J. McCarthy, Baker Mayfield.
It drops off.
It drops substantially. So I get it. You're in a do or die.
Yeah.
So you ended up choosing Jaden Daniels over like Nico Collins, Chris Olave.
Yeah. And
Kyron Williams.
I'm all for doubling down on the receiver, receiver heavy team. But you still, I want that elite rushing upside that Jaden Daniels could provide here.
You had a significant drop off in that.
And Jaden Daniels has good receiving options. That's another part of this too.
And you aimed young.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
it's a rookie. I could have his whole career if I want it. So
next.
I'm all in.
I'm gonna keep you moving tonight.
Yeah, please do. So next round, we're back to receivers. I go DK Metcalf. The next round, George Pickens. I love having this combination. So
I like it.
So far, my receiver room, CeeDee Lamb, Marvin Harrison, DK Metcalf, George Pickens.
Yep.
I mean, okay, there's my 3 receivers. This is a 3-receiver league, flex and super flex, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I was unprepared.
No, you're good. This is a PPR league. I want receivers in those slots. And, I still haven't taken running back, and I'm good with it. Right after George Pickens, right before George Pickens, Josh Jacobs went. And I'm like, okay, I'm thinking here. We're getting close. We're getting close to where I need to do this.
Well, you made a good move where you did.
Continue.
I'm backtracking you.
Yeah.
I digress. Xavier Worthy went right before DK Metcalf. And that left you with DK, Zay Flowers, run a slew of tight ends, which were probably a very good value there. T. Higgins, Tank Dell. I mean, George Pickens.
Yeah.
I mean, you took the back-to-back wide receivers, so Zay Flowers went between your DK and your George Pickens.
Yeah, and
I mean, you maximize it there because a whole run of tight ends and running backs went.
Yeah,
and the wide receivers were left untouched, so that worked out great for you.
Well, and once I saw Worthy go, it was an immediate click for DK.
Yeah,
DK was, I mean, he did not produce highly last year, but he was actually really consistent. I was looking at his game log here, and yes, there's a lot of mid-20s scores here, but it's still 15, 15, 12, 13. He did have a wide receiver 1 week of 37, wide receiver 10 of 20. I mean, there's a lot of points.
Start 3 wide receiver.
Yeah.
It's the most valuable position.
It is.
It's the most valuable position. I mean, there's a couple other teams that hammered running backs in the first 7 rounds. Wide receiver. Well,
yeah.
They hammered quarterback, running back, tight end, and quarterback. Whoa, yeah. Just kidding. Quarterback, running back, tight end in the first 7 rounds. Their first wide receiver didn't come till round 8.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
Crazy to me.
Yep.
In these wide receivers, where you're starting 3 wide receivers and 2 flexes, and it's PPR, wide receivers are your bread and butter. You can't have enough of them.
They're going to get thrown the ball. If you have a starting wide receiver, they're going to get thrown the ball.
Yep. It's math.
It's math.
You got 5 startable wide receivers, 5 good starting wide receivers, and you have a running back and a half.
Yeah.
The math checks out.
100%. So, next round. Okay. I'm still looking youth. I realize I am late on running back. That's fine. Because here we go. Another running back run. Rashad White, Kenneth Walker, Pacheco, Derrick Henry. These are all great names to have on your team. I divert again. JJ McCarthy. I mean,
Superflex.
It's Superflex. You got to fill it, and you want to fill it with a quarterback, probably. He has so many weapons there. I wouldn't be surprised if Adam Thielen comes back at some point for an extra
to retire.
Yeah. I kind of see that happening. And the Vikings are going to be good. This is going to be a competitive NFC North. You know, I want to be a part of it. And I set myself up later where I don't have to use him either.
Tell us how.
I'm coming. Okay, so Pause. We get to the next round. I take a shot on Keon Coleman. A lot of these, it was pretty mixed, really. So right after I took J.J. McCarthy, Jordan Addison, Debo, Stephon Diggs, good wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
There's some age there, not with Addison, but the other two.
Brian Thomas, Rusty Rice.
Yeah, and so I start seeing these younger wide receivers go, and it's like, okay, I'm back in.
Upside young.
Yeah. We're at Keon Coleman. I took him. And, I mean, guys, there's over 200 vacated targets in Buffalo. Keon could break this wide receiver room and be the number 1 wide receiver. It's that simple.
I took Ladd 4 picks later. I check receipts at the end of the year.
It's a good pick. That was the battle, was Ladd or Keon. And
it's hard to do this and not. And you're like, well, and then like Rashad White went. I'm like, hey, I like that pick.
Yeah. But seriously, I mean, honestly, and really what decided it for me was there is better weapons added, I think, in LA than in Buffalo. Yes, Buffalo added Curtis Samuel, Mac Hollins. Help me. They have Shakir here there.
Shakir.
Yeah. Cook. But I don't believe in those other guys. I love Curtis Samuel.
You just got your guy.
Yeah. I called the shot. And oh no, he's my 5th wide receiver.
Yep.
I mean, I'm all in on that pick.
Other teams took their first wide receiver in this round.
That's crazy, in my opinion. The only other one that I really struggled with right after went was Devontae Adams. I love Devontae. He is beyond elite, but he's getting old. I mean, we're running out of time, and I want to shoot for youth with this team. So
Well, and the cool thing I noticed too was you played to the draft very well. So right here, your next pick was right at a little bit of a quarterback drop off.
mm-hmm.
So who'd you grab?
I grabbed Kirk Cousins.
That was a great pick.
Yeah, I mean we've gone over this. Go back. He is Captain Consistency. Captain Kirk? No, he's Captain Consistency.
Yep.
I mean, I'll be really surprised if this pick turns out to be a dud.
It'd be injury related
for this season. Yeah,
I think it'd be injury or political.
Yeah,
with their Michael Penix situation they got.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, if they Pittsburgh this year,
yeah,
is the foreseeable issue I see happening if there starts to be Penix chance.
Yeah, it's gonna it could get weird, but that's also it's kind of an insulated pick because I grabbed JJ McCarthy 2 rounds before this, and I'd rather start Kirk Cousins this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really happy with grabbing Kirk there in the 9th round. So I'm good, and I know he's an aging asset, but if he's top 10 quarterback this year, okay. Someone wants to take a shot on him next year? Sure. If not, he can stay on my roster. I got no problems there with how youthful my quarterbacks are.
Yep. So team review. We got CeeDee Lamb at the 1-6, Marvin Harrison at the 2-5, Sam Laporta at the 3-6, Jaden Daniels at the 4-5, DK Metcalf at the 5-6, George Pickens at the 6-5, JJ McCarthy at the 6-7, Keon Coleman at the 8-5, Kirk Cousins at the 9-6. So still no RBs.
No running backs.
In the entering the 10th round.
0 RB. I want none. No, I'm just kidding.
Too bad you have to start 2 of them.
Yeah, dude, start 2 of them. So we're going to pick some.
10-5.
Yeah, 10-5. Zamir White. Guys, we have seen the workload that Josh Jacobs has gotten over these past couple years.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have anybody but Zamir White that I'm afraid of really digging deep into that target share.
Luave.
Not target share.
Attempts.
Yeah. So Zamir White's gonna get the ball, and he's gonna get the ball a lot. And he showed out a little bit last year towards the end, last month.
I'm on deck right now to say something.
Yeah, go for it.
4 starts. His attempts were 17, 22, 20, 25. That is plenty.
Yeah. And he did pretty good with them, correct?
Yes, he finished RB PPR, RB12, RB17, RB16, RB20. So that equates to 17, 14, 15, 13.
Yeah, I'll take that. This is a 0 RB build. I'm not looking for guys to score 30 points in the running back position.
Yep.
That's
next year's problem.
Yeah. He's a 24-year-old running back. He's young. They're going to use him up. Let's do it. Next round, I went Jaylen Warren at the 11-6. Yes, I believe Najee Harris is going to have a very good year. Yes, I think if anyone's going to give the ball to 2 running backs, not 1, it's Arthur Smith. I mean, we saw it last year with Bijan.
It's the MO.
Yeah. Tyler Algier, can't say his name. Getting late. He saw the ball more than we thought he probably should have. And I think Jaylen Warren's the more explosive running back in that room. And he's a really good receiving back. And he's not afraid to block. I like it.
So 2-second answer?
Yeah.
Why'd you take Jaylen Warren over Tony Pollard and James Conner?
So Tony Pollard, I'm a little worried about Tajee Spears. And last year was so inefficient. I think it was Dallas's offense, but not giving him good looks. But that was the one pick I was like, I probably should have went the other way. But guys, Najee Harris is in a contract. This is the end of his contract. They could have picked up his 5th-year option. That's the cheapest route to re-sign a running back. He's not going to be in Pittsburgh next year. Write it on the wall, write it on the bet board, whatever.
Rumor has it.
Yeah, I think he's gone. So Jaylen Warren could be leading this backfield next year. And if that in that case, hopefully Arthur Smith is still around.
And James Conner?
James Conner.
You're hoping came back to you.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Because he went right before you.
Yeah. The thing with James Conner is he hasn't finished a season, a full NFL season. And go ahead.
The real answer is you didn't get Trey Benson.
True. I wanted Trey Benson.
And you wanted him to come back to you.
Yeah, but
such a value in the 12th round of a 10 team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
It's insane.
But James Conner also is aging, and I don't know how many years are left on his contract in Arizona, but he's going to get filtered out.
That's next year's problem.
That's right.
That's next year's problem.
Are you kidding me? I'm next year's problem in this draft.
Nah, you handled it the next couple picks.
So after Jaylen Warren, I went Zach Moss, my actual RB2, probably. Cincinnati's offense has had a top 10 running back in Joe Mixon for at least a couple years now.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, Zach Moss is a spitting image of Joe Mixon's. If we're talking efficiency, they're both 4-yard carry running backs. They can catch the ball. There's a really high probability that Zach Moss is going to be a good running back. I'm not expecting top 10. Just put that out there.
Why not?
Because I'd love to be surprised.
He did it. He did it last year.
I know.
Through the first half of the season.
Exactly.
I mean, he was absolutely smashing.
Yeah. I can't believe Zach Moss isn't going earlier. I loved it in this draft as my RB3 being Zach Moss.
It's ageist.
It is. And if you watched him in Buffalo, I can't blame you for not wanting Zach Moss. But if you watched him in Indy...
Well, I mean, he was a waiver wire ad that put up 20, 22, 9, 33, 17, 7, 14.
Yeah.
Before...
If I get 33 points from my 12th round running back, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to... league chat.
Yeah. You guys know how smart I am?
GIF.
Yeah, you know how smart I am, guys?
No, yeah.
If you guys need help, let me know.
I'm really hoping to be hitting some of those Einstein GIFs.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. And he's go to other leagues. He's in starting lineups.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah, he's going to be in my starting lineup.
Because if you had him last year,
yeah,
you remember.
Yeah.
I grabbed him off waivers last year in a couple teams.
I think my dad did in our family league.
Yeah, and what'd he do?
He won the championship.
Exactly.
So
he also picked up Kyron Williams and
Puka. Yeah, my dad
and Laporta.
My dad's a menace in fantasy football. He's so good at it.
Old man waivers, dude.
Old man waivers.
Old man waivers.
He's so good at it.
What'd you do next? 12-6, 13-6.
All right, so obviously I've hit 3 running backs in a row, and guess what? The guy I wanted all along is still there.
Quadruple down.
Kendre Miller. It's my RB4. Guys, when he was given one opportunity last year, I got to pull it up.
Yeah.
When he was given an opportunity last year, he was RB13 with 14 points, 13 carries, 73 yards. That's 5.6 a carry. But even in the games that he wasn't
on an inefficient team.
Yeah, very inefficient team. But let's cycle back to that game was in week 18. Nobody cares about week 18 in fantasy, I know. But you go back to week 5.
Once you're selling yourself on a player.
I know.
And it really matters.
I know. So week 5, 4 catches, 53 yards. Guys, that's efficiency.
And the exact same rushing stats as Alvin Kamara.
Yeah. If we're talking actual yards per carry. Yards per catch was similar too, I thought.
I think yards per carry was like 3.6. They both, just the team.
Yeah, the team was brutal last year. Sorry, Saints fans, but I really like the tape coming out of college. You got to remember, he came into last year hurt, and he re-aggravated that injury. So it was kind of a dead year for Kendre Miller until week 18.
All that matters is, if you need to sell yourself on Kendre Miller, pull up his college highlight reel.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love that video.
That'll do.
Yeah.
It'll do it.
It's awesome.
Moving on.
Yep. So, next round. Obviously, I just took 4 running backs in a row. So, I got to get back to reality here.
You gotta get back to Green Bay.
Yeah. Gotta bring it home, baby. Romeo Doubs.
And next.
That is... Oh, yeah. And I went Marshawn
Yeah,
Lloyd after that. I didn't
Bay.
even see that. I got to let's give the whole home some love.
Especially with a league full of Green Bay fans.
Oh, I know.
There's extra value.
I had to get my guys. And these are the 2 I actually really prefer. Because 14th round, 15th round, getting Romeo Doubs. Romeo Doubs, he had 8 touchdowns last year. I don't think anyone realizes that. And he's 24 years old. He is the safety blanket for Jordan Love. And he also showed a little bit of elite upside with the Cowboys playoff game.
Yep.
He put up a whole lot of yards.
I think the whole team did.
Yeah, that was an interesting show. But I really like that, having the safety blanket in Green Bay. I think that the target share in Green Bay is going to get really spread out. So he's going to be a spot start for me.
Ooh.
It's getting late, Dustin.
That one hit me.
I know.
That one hit me.
So
I couldn't muffle it.
that's all good. No worries.
It came from my toes.
It's been a long day. A lot of work. But anyways.
And Marshawn
Lloyd. It was crazy because I texted Dustin, I don't know, a day or 2 before the draft.
Yeah.
And I said, bro, I think Marshawn Lloyd is the best running back in this draft. Tell me I'm wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just the balance he has between the rushing upside and the pass blocking, the pass catching. Guys, Josh Jacobs is not on a very secure contract. It's not a long-term contract.
No.
And it might look like it from the outside, but it's not. And I really like the prospect. I think he's a really good value in the 15th round. So, all right, we're going to keep it moving.
When you're getting young. And I also think that LaFleur?
Yeah.
I don't think he expected to lose his committee backfield.
No, even I lost the name. Dang it. Gutenkunst. He even said, he's like, no, when we said we were bringing Aaron Jones back, we believed it.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
I think with that mindset of how they use their committee backfield, I don't think that's changed.
Mm-mm.
And I think with A.J. Dillon, we've seen it. They've seen it. I'm sure they see it every damn day.
It's been disappointing. I love A.J. Dillon.
Right.
Love that game against Tennessee.
Right. But if he's continues to be as inefficient as he is, and LaFleur and all the backing is still expecting a committee backfield, you could have someone on the gold.
Well, and it's almost like we kind of flipped roles because Josh Jacobs is more of the A.J. Dillon role.
Yeah, absolutely.
Marshawn Lloyd is more of the Aaron Jones role.
And Josh Jacobs was highly inefficient last year.
Yeah, and to his credit, horrible offense.
Yeah, or offensive line, you think Green Bay's is much better right now?
I think it's on the come up, but I don't think it's there yet.
I can't ask him.
No, I believe it's not there yet, but it wasn't the worst.
It was better. It's an anti-Josh Jacobs.
Yeah,
line.
no, I get it. I
think the value there is the receiving back, the playmaker.
Oh, for sure. And Green Bay's going to throw the ball.
Yeah,
you know they're going to throw.
Absolutely.
So if Marshawn Lloyd can show out and show he can pass block, show a little bit of that Aaron Jones in him.
Just saying you might see something sooner than later.
Yeah. And Green Bay's not afraid to move on from Josh Jacobs. Okay, so we're going to keep it moving.
It's the next 3.
Okay. All right, so I went Ben Sinnott, Quentin Johnston, Javon Baker. So that is round 16, 17, and 18.
Yep.
So Ben Sinnott, it was a bit of a stack. I saw him there. I love the prospect.
Value stack.
Yeah.
Age value stack. You already invested without the intention of moving on from your high-end tight end 1.
Yeah.
Huh.
Tummy grumbles.
But you got the rookie upside with Ben Sinnott.
Yeah. And
this year's Laporta.
I know. Oh, that would be so sick. But anyways, he plays like George Kittle. That's what I saw in his game. That's what he's been, kind of referenced to. That I love the long term there.
And you had
the
time
Dream
to sit and
Games.
wait.
Yeah.
Had.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding. So Quentin Johnston, it's guys. Who knows who's actually going to be the wide receiver one in LA?
Yeah.
There's a small chance he could be.
And check your sleeper updates. No one knows.
Yeah.
How has it been this quiet?
It's hard dog.
How has it been this quiet?
It's weird. It's about to get spicy though.
I have heard JK hype.
I know.
That's the only hype I've heard.
Same. Yeah.
It's like, how are you not giving me the receiving option hype?
I know. It's hard dog. But no. Quentin Johnston, I think there's gonna be something there. I just don't know what that's gonna be. And as my wide receiver 7? Yeah, 7.
At least.
I'm good with that. Sure. I'll take a dash of upside. And Javon Baker, it's the same thing. This is gonna be with the team I've built, he's on my taxi squad right now. And I love that.
Yeah, 'cause you gotta let that room play out.
I gotta filter out who's actually on the team and who's not. It's crazy.
I have like the rest of them.
Yeah,
of New England.
Dustin has the other 5.
I didn't notice at the time, but I have the rest of them. So I'm obviously in the same camp of because I'm actually slowly building hype on May.
I know.
He's gonna be like the sleeper pick.
I like May.
He's gonna be the sleeper pick that comes out of the shadows. Is like the vibe I'm getting.
Well, and he's gonna be on the field. Yeah. You know what I mean? Bailey Zappi and
he's Mac not in Jones. A quarterback battle getting half reps. No. He's trying to figure it out.
It's him and Joe Milton, which I love Joe Milton. Sidebar. Anyways, so next 3 picks.
You keep him moving.
Next 3 picks, I went Bucky Irving, Marvin Mims, Malik Washington. Okay, so Bucky Irving, I think he's not as good of a prospect as Rachaad White, but I don't think he's that far off because Rachaad White really didn't show any efficiency last year. He just showed that he can take a workload. So I don't know that Rachaad White's going to get a second contract there. And it's just it's a late round shot at a backup running back. I mean, a rookie running back? Sure. I'll take that chance. He busts off a 70-yarder in preseason. He might be their third down guy.
In the 19th round.
Yeah. And, I mean, he can catch. It's going to be interesting to see what that Tampa Bay running back room looks like in a year.
And Mims?
Yeah, Mims is just pure upside shot. Who knows? He could be the wide receiver 1 in Denver. Well, not over Cortland Sutton. No way. But Sutton might be out after this year.
There's room for growth, though.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's not afraid to catch long bombs. Malik Washington, this is purely a pick on
landing spot.
And, Tyreek Hill, I don't know how long he's going to be there. It's probably going to be a little while, for sure.
But he's asking for a new contract.
Is he? So, I mean...
My bad.
I really like the prospect. I think in a couple years, he could be something. Anyone could be something in that offense.
Yeah,
no doubt. Okay, so we're going to go through the next 4. So, next round, all the quarterbacks are gone. Actually...
Hendon Hooker was still there.
Yeah. So, I was actually pretty tempted on a couple of these. Russell Wilson, Daniel Jones. Guys, this is the 22nd round.
This is before you took your next pick.
Yeah.
So you chose them over Malik Washington.
Yeah. Sorry. So, yeah. Derek Carr, Russell Wilson, Daniel Jones. These guys are all going. I mean, and from the other positions, A.J. Dillon.
Honestly, Russell Wilson was the pick there.
Exactly.
Russell Wilson was the pick.
I was ready to smash Russell Wilson. I am so sorry I cannot
Russell
talk.
Wilson.
Russell. The other guys that are going in this area, Greg Dortch, Nico Ramigo. I mean, I'm taking a shot on Spencer Rattler. I don't think Derek Carr is going to be around for very long. if he plays the way he played last year.
Spencer
And,
Rattler is all upside.
Yeah, it can't go down from here.
No, it cannot.
Unless he gets cut and no one signs him.
Yeah, it's all upside.
He might be the starter next year. There's a chance.
Yeah.
After that, Greg Dulcich, Elijah Mitchell, crazy value. Trey Palmer, Eric Gray, Tutu Atwell, Bo Melton. Any thoughts?
Nope.
I think Dulcich is a steal right there. I just want to say that. He's an athlete, and at the tight end position, I think that's what you need in this day and age.
Well, you're trying to late round prep for moving Laporta.
Yeah, once I was here, I was like, there's still good, there's decent options.
Yeah, Fant's still there. Gesicki's still there.
Yeah. So, and
Cheek.
Honestly, Elijah Mitchell, guys, if Christian McCaffrey goes down in the 24th round, grabbing Elijah Mitchell is, please give it to me every time. He's good.
I took Isaac Guerrero in the 20th.
That's still a good. That's not.
You got Mitchell in the 24th.
Yeah, it sounds worse when you say.
It sounds worse when I put it like that. Because it's going to be Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah, they have said he's going to be the RB2.
He's again. The RB2.
Yeah,
Guaranteed, 100%.
He might get a punt return touchdown or two.
Hey, it's going to be on my bench, but
yeah, or the new kickoff rules. That'll value.
No, because I thought about it. It's my new epiphany I've had. Where I go, why are we hyping Isaac Guerrero?
Yeah.
When it's obviously Elijah Mitchell still.
Because it's what we do.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited about him. I'm still going to keep him.
Dude, you see a 4.3 in the combine? I'm picking that guy.
Yeah, he's on my team. He's on my team.
No, the only other one I got to touch on is Bo Melton in the 28th round. It's the same thing as Romeo Doubs, guys. They're going to spread this ball out. And Bo Melton has shown he can evade everybody. He can king of 9 routes here. Yeah, he's just a good player.
It's a great last round.
Yeah. I mean, he put up a wide receiver 6 in week 17, championship week. Just saying.
Anais Smith for Philadelphia went before him.
Yeah,
Jamari Thrash.
I have heard of Thrash.
I have not. It's probably not the Thrash. I think it's probably not the right Thrash.
I didn't even realize Michael Thomas got picked at the end of the draft as the last pick.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's where he should go.
Yeah.
Right after I got Joe Flacco. I'm going to start Joe Flacco this year.
No,
I'm betting on it.
For sure. Oh, and hey, real quick. I know nobody's probably watching this late into my 28th round draft pick, but I want to jump back to Jaden Daniels and Anthony Richardson. Guys, I found a stat. Jaden Daniels has thrown literally twice as many passes as Anthony Richardson.
Stop it.
Now, okay, okay, whatever. You're talking college or something. No, I'm talking Jaden Daniels' college career. He threw 1,200, 1,300 passes. Anthony Richardson in his life has not thrown more than 500 passes, 600 passes.
He put on 10 pounds this offseason. Relax.
I love the rushing upside.
We're going to run people over.
He's like Derrick Henry, but a quarterback.
Say less.
All right, let's get out of here.
I'm doubling Don.
Double Don. Thank you, Pat McAfee, for everything you do.
Yeah. much love.
All right, guys. Let's get out of here.
Take us home.
Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment on the Facebook, comment on the YouTube.
Let Ryan know how screwed he is with having no quarterbacks.
And no running backs.
And no running backs. And no tight ends.
No tight end.
Trade Laporta away too.
Yep. That's right. But next year.
I'll trade you first.
No, because next year's class is a good running back class. Yeah. So that's why I was like, first. Yes, please.
Kick the can.
Yep.
You'll trade those firsts off.
Shoot. For more firsts.
As always, guys, let us know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, or comment, like, subscribe, or subscribe, comment, like. It's a funny thing. Don't worry about it.
We're garbage.
It makes me happy.
We're so bad.
It makes me happy.
It's so funny.
With that, guys, peace.
Peace.